Hello, boys. Hello, gals. And hello, non-binary pals. Welcome back to the judgiest place on the internet. My name is Josh.
My name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
And we are the Judgies. Back and more sponsored than ever. We had a listener write in, and they work for / with a candle company called Malicious Women Co.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent us these custom candles to our scents. Mine is called the Creative One. Christian's is called Oops All Poops. And Erica's is, I don't remember, Where's My Carrot, of course.
My carrot?
And of course, you got a couple other ones. So more on the ad break later. But thank you, Malicious Women Co.
Thank you, women.
Speaking of malicious women, we have mail sent to us over at P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 61350. And Erica, go ahead and reach over in between the cushions to your left.
Here?
Oh, he hit us with another surprise.
What?
It's a
Killer.
knit.
Crochet?
Could
be knit.
The
I don't
Judgies
know.
logo. We'll find out in
That
the letter.
is sick as hell.
We'll have to get that hung up.
Hi, Judgies. You can say our names. My name is Zoe. Over 2 years ago, I found your podcast through TikTok. I started listening and shared it with my partner. Little did I know it would lead him to listening to the new episode every week after catching up. Rewatching at home to see the video, becoming a patron, a shitlord really, buying merch and pretending inside jokes I don't even get. Sorry, referencing inside jokes I don't even get. I give him shit for the stealing my podcast, but really, I'm happy for them, of course.
Of course.
Anyways, I decided to go all out with a secret plan for his birthday. But now I've procrastinated, so we'll see when you end up getting this and maybe rebrand to Christmas gift. One of my talents is crochet.
Okay, you called it.
So it's crochet. So I made 2 sets of Judgies logo tapestries. He's been patiently waiting with a mysterious gift he's not allowed to open until something special happens. So this is your something special, Makai. I love you. Erica, Christian, and Josh, I thoroughly appreciate all you do. Your podcast is hilarious, relatable, and truly feels like hanging out with close friends. I hope you enjoy my craft. I watched a lot of episodes while making it. Maybe with enough projects, I'll actually catch up. I wish you rad piss babies all the best, Zoe and Makai. What's crazy about this is Zoe is Zoe with the 2 dots over the E, and that's how my cousin spells it. And her handwriting also looks like this. So I genuinely thought this was my cousin.
I don't think it is.
It's not, because her husband's name is Calvin.
Unless she has a boyfriend on the side.
Named Nakai.
I don't think she does, but
Okay.
You never know, really.
Next time you go to their house, see if there's a little crocheted
Just keep
Judgies
your eyes
logo
out.
hanging on the wall.
I will definitely do that. That's so cool. I actually also have a little listener thing at the top here.
Ooh.
When I first opened this, I opened up and saw this side, and I was like, that sucks. And then I was like,
Rough.
oh, okay, no, it's good.
It's very good.
I forgot how crochet works.
It's very, very cool. I got a message
I bet that took so long.
from Maddie. I bet it did take a very long time. Maddie says, "Hi, Erica. You can say my name. My sister Morgan, say her name, please. Morgan is the person that introduced me back in the Oh Mama era.
Oh, wow.
Early.
She's a wonderful person and just had to put her rescue cat down. I know that rescue cat eulogies aren't something that gets read on the podcast, but if you could please give Morgan an I'm sorry about Jarvis, that would mean the absolute world to her. P.S. This can be on any of the episodes. We subscribe to them all. Love you guys. Hope you read this. Here's the eulogy.
Oh, there's a whole
They
eulogy.
wrote a eulogy?
Yes.
Jarvis, you like to eat your own puke, and that was kind of quirky and cool of you.
It's with a very heavy heart that earlier today we said goodbye to the 8th wonder of the world, Jarvis. Truly one of a kind, Jarvis entered my life during fall semester of my sophomore year at this place. He had been found off the side of the road, and thinking that he was a very sickly, feral stray, the well-meaning folks that brought him to the clinic made the decision to surrender him to be humanely euthanized. Fortunately for him and me, he was only 2 of those things, a stray and somewhat sickly. I can't blame the people who gave him to the clinic for their mistake, though, because, I mean, the picture speaks for themselves. I'll share a picture over here with us in a minute. I mean, he really was spare parts in the cutest way possible.
Whoopsies.
Ever the sucker for a sorry case, I had to keep him. From there, he became the first non-alcoholic contraband to enter my dorm room. Sorry about your watered down Kettle One, Mom and Dad.
R.A. Christian's pissed about this.
Over these past 8 years, he's gone everywhere with me. Dorm rooms, state college apartments, to protecting the pink house from dairy barn rats. If you know, you know. We don't know.
We don't know.
To moving across the state and back again. He's every I don't like cats person's exception and every cat person's favorite. He's gone by many names: Jarvis, Jarvie, Garvin by the late Grandma Bevy, Gray Shrimp, Booger Bean, Boogie, and a number of expletives, especially while driving 322. No amount of Lysol could make you forget the horrors that went inside that Camry on those commutes. But I wouldn't have changed a thing because every moment I had with Jarvis was a gift, and I'll forever be grateful for these past 8 years. He'll forever be loved and missed, and I hope he gets to wreck as many Christmas trees as he wants wherever he is now. This is my favorite picture of this cat.
Okay, Jarvis is cool as fuck. That's a chill ass cat.
Jarvis is the cutest.
R.I.P. a real one.
So, Maddie, we are very, very sad. And not Maddie, sorry, Morgan. We are very sad to hear about Jarvis's passing. And
Rip a real one, Morgan.
rip a real one. And he's something about.
He's pissing up in heaven's
door.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Wow. He's in the great litter box in the sky.
Sure is.
Is taps in the background insensitive or just enough?
I think if you do it and their cat meows, it's enough. Like meow, meow, meow.
Okay. Let's hope I don't have to go buy a cat keyboard to do that.
Really setting the tone for the episode here, Ricky.
No, I just wanted to get that out of the way at the top. Should I have saved it for listener submission?
I don't know. I'm just saying a tone has been set.
Oh.
Do you not agree?
Um.
It's
do we think it's the dead cat and the candles?
The candles are adding something to it.
An
It's adding an
ambiance, really.
ambiance, but the smell so delicious that I can't even think about a dead cat.
These candles don't smell like a dead cat at all.
I'm so sorry about Jarvis. I really am, but I have to make jokes about it.
Laughter is the best medicine, and unfortunately, cats cannot laugh and could not heal Jarvis's illnesses.
That's true.
Never heard a cat laugh? Not named Tom?
No, I haven't.
Mickey famously never laughs.
Mickey the cat?
The mouse.
Okay.
Also, if he was a cat, he wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
Pete,
Are there any
Pete never laughs.
Pete's a cat.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are there any cats in the Mickeyverse?
Yeah, Pete.
Is it fucked up that Goofy's a dog, but Pluto's also a dog?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But I mean, come on. There's dumb dogs and smart dogs.
Yeah, I guess I just don't know if I would give my smart dog
Where does
a full set of clothes and let him go to college and then keep my dumb dog naked in a collar and make him walk on all fours.
Yeah.
Molly and Maxine fit on that?
They're probably halfway between a Goof and a Pluto.
Okay.
They're not winning any. They're not going to college.
They're not going to college.
They're not
for
winning
sure.
any X Games skateboard competitions.
They're not. Well, they might be eating nachos, but they're not making the nachos to eat.
They're not ordering nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't just talk about cats on this podcast. We also podcast on this podcast. And what that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories and sometimes the
Magnanimous.
magnificent.
Oh.
Erica does that.
Thank you.
The voracious.
This
The
was
bodacious.
I didn't want to say it. I don't know if voracious is a good word.
I don't know either.
I don't know if voracious is a compliment or not.
It's one of those words that's like, that's a smart word, but yeah, is that
I think that means you're
technically-
really good at voring people.
You're
voracious.
You're greedy.
What? Is it bad?
It's not great for me.
Oh.
Wanting or devouring great quantities of food.
Okay, so it's kind of like vor. Okay.
And it was greed.
The nay
Rude.
voracious, the oft bodacious Erica has done that.
Anyways, this was sent to me by Alyssa. This is from r/tragedy. This is one we've had before.
Maybe we did set the tone.
No. Tragedy. TRAGEDEIGH. This is about names.
Oh, thank God.
Depends on how sad the name is.
We'll find out. Sorry, I just
That must not be that sad.
I just read it.
It must not be that sad of a name.
Okay. The title is I Laughed at My Sister's Tragedy, and now I'm uninvited to the baby shower I'm planning. Again, tragedy spelled like a name. It's flared as, is this a tragedy? My sister is due in early January, and we're planning her baby shower for early December. She decided she wanted to use my mother's maiden name, Rafferty, as her daughter's name.
First name?
Mm-hmm. Rafferty here would be spelled Rafferty. Not a tragedy itself, and I guess it works as a unique name.
I guess.
Yesterday, I texted my sister that I needed to get the custom items with my niece's name ordered ASAP so they arrive in time for the shower. My sister then let me know they're going with an alternative spelling of Rafferty.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Huh?
I texted back and said, an alternative spelling of our mother's maiden name. My sister wants to spell it Raefarty.
Okay.
So it looks like Ray Farty.
Ray Farty, yeah.
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 And that's what made me laugh.
Ray Farty?
Uh-huh. So I sent back a bunch of laughing emojis and she asked, what's so funny? I tried to explain that no one will pronounce that as Rafferty and she'll probably get plenty of the same mispronunciations. She told me I was being ridiculous. I texted back, my poor niece, little Miss Farty Ray. I was uninvited to the shower and my mom told my sister today that my sister doesn't want me as the godmother anymore. But like Rafferty is really bad, isn't it? Someone needs to tell her, right?
You did the right thing as a sister.
Absolutely.
You could have had a gentler approach with it, but they need to know that Ray Farty is ripe for the picking there.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
There's no way you don't get called Farty for your entire life. And it's one thing if you can, maybe you can live up to the nickname, you know?
Yeah.
That's big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
So thank you, Alyssa, for sending that.
So that their sister was the one who's having the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta tell.
You got to.
If it's like a loose friend that you just like vaguely got, or like a coworker,
Yeah.
I would not cross that line.
No, you
you
definitely
can name your kid Ray Farty.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I mean, and I get where the sister's coming from. Olsen's named after a maiden name in our family, and so it's like I get it. And Rafferty's already like
Rafferty's already out there.
It's already out there. I fear that they have a first name last name situation that's gonna be like Rafferty Ashley, and their name's only gonna ever look correct on paperwork
Because it was last name first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if people with two first names are bad,
Yeah.
imagine if this person has two last
Double
names.
last name.
Ray Farty Stinkerson or something. Is Stinkerson a common post name?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it's not uncommon though.
Did you just call it a post name?
Yeah, instead of a pre-name, for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I couldn't
really.
remember the name for a post name. Last name.
Surname?
There you go.
Surname. That's what I was trying to think of. In this case, it'd be a ma'am name, I suppose.
Yeah, I feel her.
Anyways, you ready for the next one?
I suppose.
This one was sent to me by Dilly. It says, hey, Ricky, got another one for you. Title is Found Out My Older Sister is My Biological Mother.
Whoops.
That's a tragedy.
From True Off My Chest.
That's a real tragedy.
Hey, new to using Reddit, please bear with me. What?
Before we get too deep into it, do we think it's 23andMe style, or do we think somehow it slipped up in conversation?
This feels like someone in a small town accidentally spilled some beans.
Okay. And then which way are we more upset about?
Well,
Are we more upset to hear it through gossip or like a weird, like, scientific thing?
It would be pretty fucked up if your mom's sister was hiding this from you, but still decided to like give their DNA to a system and then also like I guess, be at least aware of you also giving your DNA to
Yeah.
that system. And at no point in that process being
But
like, by the way.
Hey, don't even waste your time. It's actually a scam. I already did it. Don't even waste your time.
Are you ready to find out?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 months ago, I found out that the woman I've always known as my older sister is actually my biological mother. I've been raised by my grandmother, who I always thought was my real mom. Lately, my sister, who's 28, our OP here is 15, reached out and suggested that I come live with her. She wants to readopt me and take legal custody. Fortunately, that wouldn't happen until later next year, so I still have a reasonable amount of time to really consider my options and make my decision. The issue is that she's in her 3rd year of orthopedic surgery residency and works roughly 60 to 75 hours a week.
Ooh.
I care about her a lot, and we've always had a close relationship, talking a few times a week for over an hour each time. But I'm worried she won't have the time or emotional energy to give me the kind of support that I need, especially with her demanding schedule. At the same time, my relationship with my grandmother is complicated. She's very controlling and strict, and over the years, I've realized that she can be manipulative. She's also been a bit emotionally abusive at times, gaslighting me and playing the victim card, especially if I try to bring up our complicated family dynamics.
It does feel weird to, obviously we don't know the full thing. It feels weird to be like, yeah, my grandma's always lying to me. Anyway, my sister mom.
Fair.
Like, yeah, I mean, your mom was also lying to you your whole life.
All she seems to do is deflect my questions by twisting the narrative, making herself look like the victim by trying to guilt trip me, and it's exhausting. I've spent my whole life with her, but it's not an ideal environment. She and my mom have had a strained relationship since I can remember. My mom was kicked out of the house when she was 18, and there was a lot of resentment there, especially because of how my grandmother has treated her over the years. On top of that, my grandmother lied to me for my whole life and made me believe that my real mom was my sister. That betrayal has really messed with my trust in her. So now I'm really conflicted. I love my grandmother, but I feel like I'm stuck in a toxic situation. Moving in with my mom would be a huge change, and I'm not sure if it would be the best decision for me. My mom has her own issues, and I'm not sure if she's ready to take on the responsibility of raising me, considering her crazy work schedule and everything she's been through with my grandmother. I'm just so lost and confused about what the right move is. I don't want to make a decision that I'll regret. Has anyone been through something like this? What should I do? Need advice.
Is this the most emotionally mature 15-year-old
That's
you've ever heard?
exactly what I was
This-
thinking the whole time. Like,
the entire time, like, this is fake because this is so well written and thought out.
too much self-awareness going on here.
For
Like,
a 15-year-old.
I realize I can kind of be a lot of a burden on the people that raised me. And while they also have their problems, I understand. It's crazy. What's going on here? How toxic is your mom, grandma, versus your sister, mom?
It sounds like your sister mom understands that your mom grandma sucks.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
And even the good part is you're old enough at this point when you're going to be 16 that, like, obviously it's going to be harder for your mom to be raising you now. But, like, it's going to be a lot easier for you as a 16-year-old to, like, be self-sufficient while your mom finishes up her surgery residency
yeah.
than like if you were 10
Yeah.
and you would need constant, like, at-home supervision.
See, that's the biggest thing. It's like, it really is. How much do you like being around your parental figures? Because I feel like at 16, I would have been like, whatever. I don't even stay at my house. I'm
Right.
a street kid now.
I'm riding the bike down the street.
Yeah. Oh, come in when the street lights come on? Too bad I threw a rock at it and it doesn't come on anymore.
My God. All right, I have an update. I have some pretty important news that I need to share. As some of you may already know from a previous comment I made in response to a question, I've been staying at a close friend's house for the last few hours or so. I briefly touched on that in my comment. Anyways, during my visit with my friend, my mom called me. She told me she wants to take legal action against my grandmother. She's already begun to do so. She's told me that she's already contacted an attorney and has a consultation scheduled. She's expected to meet with the attorney in a week or so to go through the steps needed to file a child custody evaluation request, which would be the first step to gain parental rights over me. Hearing this only just a few hours ago, I'm feeling some conflicting feelings about all of this, but all the same, I feel really good about finding a solution for my problem. I'll keep you all posted. One other thing. I talked a lot with my friend while staying at her house, and she managed to talk some sense into me. We shared stories about our own experiences growing up. I told her about some of the gaslighting and about my grandmother's general apathetic attitude she has towards me. My friend really put things into perspective for me. She's really made me realize how fucked up my grandma is by confirming my strong suspicion about how toxic she's been. Not only that, but my friend jokingly suggested we retire my grandma to an old person's home. That may have been the single greatest suggestion I've heard all day.
Without having more details about your grandma, like, it'd be easier for us just to be like, yeah, she's a piece of shit. I still do. Like we said, move in with your mom.
Yeah.
First of all, it doesn't really, unfortunately, I guess, a little bit, doesn't really seem like it's your decision.
Yeah.
It seems like if your mom wins custody, like, you're going to live with your mom, your sister mom. I'm sure there is at some point in the process they would ask you, considering you're old, like, 15, 16, but.
To help clarify things, my mom was homeschooled. There was a lot of academic pressure placed on us by my grandmother.
How do you get a teen pregnancy when you're homeschooled? That sounds like it came from a very bad place.
Yeah.
My mom graduated high school at 17, and she didn't take a gap year and started college at 18.
Because because the mom would have been
13 at
13 when she had the kid.
Yeah.
A really challenging part about navigating all of this is that my grandmother doesn't take responsibility. She acts really immature and is so caught up with how all of this is affecting her and not me. What I mean by that is she resents my mom and seemingly always has. The resentment manifests itself in how poorly she's always treated my mom. A huge example of what I mean is how my grandmother kicked my mom out of the house at 18 after an argument. My mom had to stay at a friend's house while she was taking online college classes. With the lack of communication between my mom and grandmother lately, I've been feeling overlooked and feeling like I'm left to figure things out solo.
How long does residencies last?
I think like 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Now, do we think she's just starting, or is she a couple years in?
Said she was in her third year, I believe, at the
Okay.
beginning of the story. But I mean, hey, this is exactly why, like, women's rights to choose and everything are so important. Because obviously we don't know the background here, but like in this instance, the person who wrote the story was able, her sister mom was able to still be on her feet after having a teen pregnancy and not have to worry about the troubles and the strifes that come along with being a single parent. I'm assuming there seems to be no mention of another uncle, brother, system.
Yeah.
Dad. And she's able to go and be a doctor.
Yeah.
Which is sick as hell.
It's kind of
Which, obviously, your grandma does suck, but she was also there to help with that.
Yeah.
And get your mom to a point to where she's able to do that.
Yeah.
But hey, if that ain't why, women's rights to choose is pretty freaking tops Blueby, actually.
Go off, King.
Yeah.
Go off.
That's on that.
Blueby, huh?
Thoughts on that, Rick?
I wasn't listening to you. I was reading the
That's
comments.
damn.
fucked up. Thoughts on the story, Erica?
That's women's rights to not listen to a man frickin' yap.
That's right. I did hear that.
What?
What's up?
Thoughts on the story yourself?
It's a crazy situation. I mean, I come from a teenage mom, so these kinds of stories have like special place in my heart because I can empathize with how difficult this situation was for a teen mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't imagine the decision that this girl's mom had to make to still be a part of her daughter's life as her sister and just harbor that secret for so long. And that must have been incredibly hard for her. So
it makes me wonder when that decision was made. If she got kicked out when this girl was 5,
Yeah.
if her mom's sister got kicked out, like at that point, were you calling her sister at that point? Or was it sort of like, now that she's out of your life, it's like, I'm your mom now?
yeah.
And like, who made that decision?
I mean, by the time you're 5, like you have memories,
right?
like you understand the relationship dynamics around you. So I feel like at 5,
But if the grandma gaslit her after that, to be like, no, that's your sister. You know,
I guess, I don't know.
That's what I mean. Is like this. There's not any details.
Yeah, I've got a lot of questions.
But all around, we can say moving with your mom. I think we can all agree at this point.
I think you.
Sister mom is where it's at.
I agree, but I can definitely understand how it's a difficult situation and a difficult decision to make. So that's a big change. That is a very big change for somebody, especially a teenager.
Yeah. Well, now you're going to be rich. That's a huge change.
Because mom's a doctor?
Yeah.
That doesn't... Okay.
Works for the NHS. They're actually poor as fuck. God damn it, British. If this was British all over it. God damn it.
Well, they're homeschooled, so this is very American.
That's fair.
Can you even homeschool in Britain?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
I have no idea.
They call that boarding schools. I think.
It's probably, something like that.
I'm not even gonna, I was going to say, do we have boarding schools in America? We do. I'm just not rich enough to even know that they exist or where one's located.
Yeah. Normally it's like in high up mountains next to the skiing schools.
You son of a bitch. This is a son of a bitch. You got my ass.
Yeah.
I really believed you for like a second. I was like, maybe. I guess it's like, yeah,
So
I guess wealthy people live up in the mountains a lot. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Can't argue the details.
All right, I have 2 quick stories.
Insane. You have 2 quick stories?
Yes, they're short.
All right, go.
And sweet.
Are these tragedies?
No, don't yell at me.
I'm yelling.
Don't yell at her.
If you decide to read these, you can say my name. This is from Olivia. Instagram, move this message to the top. Editor, please. Just wanted to say that. And then she says, sorry, I'm catching up on recent episodes on the way to work and just heard Josh say to include that with DMs as well. Okay.
Hey, they're catching up. That was
Include
3.5
what?
years ago. Editor, please.
I said to include that in DMs?
No, include, you can say my name or not.
Oh, well, yeah, they are just catching up. Jeez.
All right, this is called, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Wife We Are Making Our Daughter, Not Just Her? Okay, so my wife and I are expecting our first child. She is 7 months along, and we got an ultrasound yesterday to check on the progress. My wife's medical issues caused the OBGYN to be extra cautious. During the appointment, the tech was pointing out our daughter's different body parts, telling us where her legs and feet are. It was the first time we didn't really need the help because we could see our baby looking like a real baby. My wife started crying and I was comforting her when she said the words, I can't believe I'm making a human being.
Okay.
Oh no, this is kind of crazy. I thought it was gonna be like you doing like a we thing. I didn't know it was a you correcting her thing. Classic dude fumble about to happen.
I kept comforting her, but I waited a few minutes, and once the tech was gone, gently reminded her that we're both the parents, not just her. I also told her that saying she's making the baby on her own is not accurate since I provided half of the genetic material.
I had to dump a fucking load in you, babe. Come on. You know how much work that is? It's like 3.5 minutes of work.
My
Strenuous.
wife was still emotional at this point, and she started crying again, thinking I don't appreciate what she's putting her body through to be pregnant. Obviously, this is false, especially since her pregnancy has been so tough that I've attended at least 2 doctor's appointments every month.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got her ass.
Still, okay.
I show her with actions, not words, that I appreciate her. I just don't think it's fair to claim I haven't contributed something to making our daughter. She's still upset the next day, so am I the asshole?
Brother. The language is it's red flags everywhere between like gently reminded. I do it through actions, not words. There's another one in there. It's just like your language is so like gently reminded, and like she's so emotional still, and it's like,
yeah,
it's your wife, man. Like you're treating her like you're like have to coddle her like she's not an adult.
You can't even begin to compare the process of growing a human inside your body to dumping a load.
Well, and
those are not equivalent. You're not sharing the burden there.
Well, it's half of one.
I think what he's trying to say is like he's also putting in like hours. Obviously, it's not correct. Not correct parallel. I don't think he's directly referring to the load dumping per se. Like he's saying like he said he went to the doctor's appointment. Like I hold your hair back when you puke. Oh, that's stupid shit. But what a dumbass.
Yeah,
What
this
a
is
textbook dumbass.
Yeah, this is a classic guy.
And I'm not
being a
going to sit
dude.
here and say that, men don't go through changes emotionally or physically when their partner's pregnant as well.
I'll say that.
They can. It's true.
I'll say the opposite.
Okay, sure. And they do go through difficulties. It can be hard to support a partner that's going through it. You don't think so?
I just want all opinions expressed on this couch.
Okay.
So I'm taking opposite stance.
Christian, what was your experience being a partner to a pregnant person?
I mean, we put in a lot of work.
I want your perspective.
I mean, mostly I was just like, the whole time, just like, I don't know what the fuck to do with any of this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's every day. You'd go to a doctor appointment, come back, and like, here's this new information. I'm just like, what the fuck? Oh my God, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, I put in a lot of work too.
Yeah.
He did.
I moved my schedule around. I was editing episodes left and right.
You did actually.
So
do
really,
a lot
all
for
three
us.
of us put in equal work.
Yeah, it's your son
Different-
too.
yeah.
I will start expecting some child support from you.
If we were in Babylon, I would expect 1/3 of that baby. Was that in Babylon?
Yeah.
Thank God. The
No idea what you're talking about.
biblical story, cut the baby in half.
That's not in Babylon.
Fuck, what was it in?
Probably Israel. Bleep that. I don't know.
What was his name? It was King Solomon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have not a clue what you're talking about.
Anywho, read yet another story.
All I'm saying is that yes, men can have a difficult time during a pregnancy as well. However, no.
Nothing will compare to the physical
Nothing.
changes that a birthing person goes through.
Correct.
Somebody who is pregnant has a lot more changes.
Correct.
Yeah.
And understandably is more directly making the baby.
Correct.
Yeah, physically creating a baby. Yeah, mostly being the dude is just like, how do I make your life as easy as possible?
As it
during
should
this?
be.
And that's all. That's honestly.
Oh, just
no.
during this?
365 days a year, yeah.
Otherwise, it's an us thing.
Right. It's an us thing. It's definitely an us thing now. He's here, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, all three of us.
Right.
All three of us.
Right. I'll call you for the next wake
Diaper
up at 2
change?
a.m.
We went to a restaurant. I had my foot out blocking that little guy from running around.
He did block him.
So
Honestly,
he could have still been.
I spend like half my day sticking my foot out to block him, so I get it.
Hey, I spent
And
half
I-
my day just sticking my foot out to trip him. I try to toughen him up.
That's insane. This is from r/trueoffmychest, also from who did I say? What did I read?
Dilly. No,
No,
that was the last one.
Olivia. Title is I gaslight my husband when we fight.
Well,
This is fucked
this
up.
is all Reddit stories. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
This
That's
isn't
just
anything
fucked up.
crazy, just something funny that I want to tell people, but I can't risk getting caught. My husband, 30 male, and I, 30 female, have been together for 8 years. For the
Yeah.
past couple of years, I make him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day to take to work. I use Welch's Grape Concord jelly. This is important for later. Every day, he tells me that I make the best sandwiches, and I just say, I make it with love. However, when we're fighting, he always says he can taste the difference in his PB&J, and I say it's because I made it with hate. But the truth is, he can taste the hate in his sandwich because when we fight, I use organic sugar-free grape jam. It's in the back of the fridge, and he's never seen it. So it's what I use to convince
Classic
him that
dude
he can
move.
make me mad or angry, or he can't make me mad, or my anger makes food taste different.
I'll say this is better than like the 50s when husbands would just die randomly. And they would get into a fight with their wife and they'd be like, oh, I don't know, officer. He just passed out in his sleep. Like, it's better to do this, I guess, but I don't know. This still seems as minuscule as an actual problem switching up the jellies is. This does not seem like it's a good avenue to let out your anger.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It seems like unhealthy.
It is insane to me. Maybe it's because I consider myself to have like a high perception, but I feel like I would quickly notice a difference in jelly and jam.
Well, he says he tastes the difference.
I guess, but I think I would be able to like
Yeah.
piece it together. I don't think I would be like, man, I can't believe the love really is the difference.
I will say,
Also, to not ever see the jar of the sugar-free one in the back of the fridge is such a
he's too tall.
guy dude thing.
He's
to
too
happen.
tall. It's in the back left corner.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, you guys got to, I guess in my mind, I'm still poor. and I have a top freezer, bottom fridge. You guys are rich.
Yeah.
And you have top fridge, bottom freezer.
Yeah. I actually really hate bottom freezer.
It's not great.
I don't understand how it's became the flagship.
Do you guys use your freezer a ton?
Yeah.
I just feel like I feel like it would work better for me because just we'll swap fridges again.
No.
Okay. It sounds like you don't hate it that much.
I do hate it, but we have a nicer fridge than you because
That's fucked up.
poor.
Well, it's your guys' old fridge. So what does that say about you?
Yeah, because we upgraded.
That's fucked up. That's actually really fucked up. Because I definitely use my fridge more than I use I only really thing I use my freezer for is ice.
I like that the fridge that we have is like all of our stuff that we use the most is eye level.
Yeah,
I don't have to like bend down to really get into it. But the freezer drawer is very loud. And I feel like it doesn't fit as much.
And it just feels like there's no good way to organize it.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
fair.
good way to organize it.
Because you're doing top down instead of like front back.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And
that's my
Olsen's
big
constantly fucking with it, which is driving me nuts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rig up like a locking situation.
Well, that's fair because when I watch him, when it's my third of the week,
Right.
he doesn't get into the freezer for me at all.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Do
Interesting.
you use your foot to block it? Is that kind of the strategy?
I just set up like obstacle course of broomsticks and like
He loves broomsticks.
that way he walks in and trips over him because he's not quite handled. In my mind, what I'm training him to do is eventually the like Mission Impossible laser scene.
Okay.
But with broomsticks everywhere.
That would
And
be kind of sick as hell.
He gets a little freaked out about it.
Interesting.
Yeah. And we'll see you on the other side of this break.
Bye.
The holidays are coming up, and let's be honest, everyone's tired of the same generic gifts.
Whiskey stones.
Enter Malicious Women Candle Company, a woman-owned small business. A woman-owned small business out of Snohomish,
Snohomish. Washington State, folks. Thank you.
Cloudy Washington.
where each candle has more personality than half the people at your family gathering. This isn't your average candle shop. They make each one with organic soy wax and cotton wicks. So you're not just burning down any old wax. It's the real deal. And there's the kicker. These candles won't turn your home into a mini climate crisis.
Oh, and guess what? These candles aren't afraid to say what we're all thinking. Like the Brains, Beauty, and Badassery candle. Because some people are just built that way. Or for those who are ready to light a little political fire this season, Erica, they have a candle called, yes, Fuck Your Abortion Law, which we actually have right in front of us as well.
And it smells really good.
They all smell very, very good. Subtle? No. But these candles don't tiptoe. They stomp.
And the best part, they get it. You don't just want a candle. You want something that feels personal. That's why they offer custom candles. Pick a label, craft a title, or even roast your least favorite family member in candle form.
What the hell?
This isn't just candle giving. It's setting the vibe one wick at a time. And let's be clear, this is a real business with real people who hand pour every single candle. So you're getting a gift that's genuinely made with care.
And here's the best frickin' part, folks.
Malicious Women Company is more than snark and personality. They donate a portion of every order to causes that they believe in, like NARAL. Is that fine? NARAL? I don't know what that is.
It says in the next. It's a
No.
oh, it's a pro-choice organization.
Okay. Like NARAL, Pro-Choice America, and the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, because they're all about standing up for what matters the most.
So let's frickin' recap. Organic soy wax, cotton wicks, candles that practically speak your mind for you, and custom labels so you can get as spicy as you want. Plus, you're supporting a small woman-owned business that stands for a cause. They've got collections like the Feminist Collection, the Bestie Collection, that one's for me and Christian, the Holiday Collection, and more, all waiting to save your gift game this year.
Forget the usual candles that fade into the background. Malicious Women Co. is here to make a statement. One that fills your space with snark, warmth, and a bit of righteous rebellion. Check them out at their website, Instagram, and TikTok. And definitely follow them because they post all the hate mail they get from Karens of the world.
Love that. We should start doing that.
We get plenty of it. Make this holiday a little snarkier, a little more you, and a lot more unforgettable.
And a little more judgy, actually.
Yes.
Thank you, Malicious Women Co.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And welcome back on this side of the podcast where Christian, I know what you're about to say to me.
I
Tell
guess.
me about that Circle Jerdge.
Thank you. And it is a special one, folks.
Still haven't fixed that sound bit, huh?
It's fixed. I did the right intro for it.
Mm-hmm.
That means it's fixed. As long as I know what to say, it's fixed.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we can all agree that.
No.
The fix is in.
We got an email that said, "Hi, Judgies. Please don't call my name. Please don't use my name. Call me Nikki or something. I love the podcast so much I wanted to send this in. I dated a SoundCloud rapper back in high school, and when we broke up, he wrote this song about taking my virginity.
Oh my.
It's so long, I actually took a lot out. So y'all don't have to read all of it, but it inspired me so much lore within my friend group, and we still laugh about it almost 10 years later. I hope it makes y'all cringe, love, and pisses. But, folks, we're not going to read it out loud. I downloaded a freestyle type beat, and I'm about to
Holy
freestyle
shit.
on the beat about this song written to our dear, dear listener, Nikki. Can you turn that down just a little bit? For me, you know you was for me, but you trying to ignore me. Your friends trying to annoy me, and all I can think about is what you gonna do when you horny. Actually, I'm okay with you fucking redacted. I'm just scared you gon' be pitches trusting redacted. I just can't trust nobody with your heart, and I knew that was a risk from the start. I knew, but when I get too serious, I start to think about the future. I do, and I do's. Just don't act brand new. Not after what we have both been through. But I respect your decision. I was thinking the same thing, the same vision. The only difference when I broke it off, I missed the friendship in an instant. And I know I got your best intentions. And when your bitch is talking shit, I hope you turn on the song and you come to your senses. Angels advocate, just listen. I know you don't smoke, but let's stay high, don't go low. Just let your soul take control. Don't let those hoes sway your soul. Remember those good times, those green sheets and those green eyes. Don't let those hoes feed you lies. The angel would never feed you lies.
The angel.
Is the writer here the angel?
Yeah.
Thinking about coming to your workplace. If you want to still debate, we can do it on the first take. Skip A versus Skip Bay. Fuck. Stephen A versus Skip Bay. Or Max Kellerman, whatever is your preference. Not coming for the hell of it. Let you know love's stronger than the elements. Leave, love, and learn both got an L in it. I see your friends shopping, you and you selling it. Only take advice from people who know better, not from people who are no better. They cheesing you, it's so cheddar. I ain't deserve you cause we both deserve better. And I respect your decision. Same here though, I just ain't wanna risk the friendship. Oh well, ship sailed. No tears trail. I know you don't smoke, so let's just get high. Don't go low, just let your soul take control. Don't let those hoes sway your soul. Remember those good times, those green sheets, those green eyes. Don't let these hoes feed you lies. The angel would never feed you lies. Thoughts?
One more verse, baby.
I don't know if
Fantastic.
I don't know if the beat loops here. 1 second. It should go here. No, it didn't. I didn't practice this. Can you tell?
This is so impressive. I thought you did at least one run through.
And you can tell Piper to pipe down. She can go ahead and take them tweets off the private account. You probably wondering how I know. Trust me, I know how the story goes. Don't get me wrong, I don't care what they thinking, they got no clue. You could have told them I was cheating on you. You could lie about how I was treating you. As long as you don't believe it, and I know I still believe in you. Scroll down the stories, seen you put your face up. I hope he'll love you without all that makeup. You think we got all the same goals? Don't play yourself. I can't save you, so I hope that you can save yourself. I remember when you used to hate yourself, when you told me I made you love yourself, then I loved myself. Thinking of the feeling is something else. I just hope you give it to the right someone else. Just know I respect your decision not to get back with me. You know I'ma go get it. And if you peep me with these bitches, don't start friction or tripping, no tension. The blessing is hidden. Angel advocate, just listen, just listen. So loud, so loud, so loud and clear. That's the freestyle rap of the century, folks.
Angel a fucking dog on that one.
That was the shortened version. They said that they cut out a ton.
That was much better than the song a boy wrote for me in high school.
Well,
Can we find that?
No, he didn't record it.
Oh, didn't he write you poems? Let's find the poems.
No.
Let's find them.
No.
I want to make fun of the guy.
That's a different guy.
You had somebody else write you a song. I'm furious.
Yeah.
I'm furious. I think that's
need that, bud.
I think that's gonna be our listener submission song, unless you got one.
That's it.
Oh, but
That was fire.
Was that the Circle Jerdge?
That was the Circle Jerdge. What do you mean?
Oh.
I loved it. First off,
It was took a
didn't.
little inspo from Christian last
it was
week.
honestly impressive. And I do mean this. That was impressive.
Thank you. It was the first beat when you search up freestyle rap beat. It had like SpongeBob and Patrick in the thumbnail. Shout out. I should probably shout out the beat maker. Oh, if that beat maker copyrights this, just upload any other random fucking freestyle beat.
Oh yeah.
Freestyle beat type beat by boys_free type beat _ rap trap beats freestyle. It's scrolling instrumental fast.mp3. So go ahead and search it on YouTube and you'll find it. Yeah.
That was badass, dude.
What a lame fucking song. How many times that he rhymed the word with the other word?
Yeah.
Like we're at the same word.
A lot of red flags in there, right? Like, I want to show up at your workplace.
Yeah. Well, even like I know she said it was like a story about him like taking her virginity, and like just like remember those green sheets, and it's like that's what you remember.
Those green eyes.
I'm sorry, that's what you remember about the moment is what color the sheets are.
Dude, that was something. That was something. Also, it's about taking her virginity, but as an outsider that doesn't know too many of the details. It sounds like a lot of him just being mad that your friends didn't like him.
Yeah. It's the friends didn't. And it's just so funny. He was like, I respect your decision.
Yeah.
Because I also don't want to be with you, but I'm going to go fuck. And if you fuck, he's going to know you're ugly.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That was something. I mean, he had emotions he had to get out. Angel, you're kind of suck.
Oh, you're just calling him Angel? That works. That would be great if his name was Angel and he said, I'm the angel and they're the liars.
I have to assume. Like, it doesn't feel like he's smart enough to, like... Also, why is he calling himself an angel if he's like, yeah, your friends are fucking bitches and I fucking hate you. I'm glad we broke up, actually.
I just love that when they put redacted, but like rhyming redacted with redacted is almost better than some of the lines that they
I thought
wrote.
you threw in redacted.
No, they wrote in redacted. I assume it was an actual name. But there's like a line where he specifically wrote like
You talk about somebody's...
something else. He like specifically the lyric is SUMN, something else.
Okay.
And then the next line he rhymes it with is someone else. As if that's a different word. Something else and someone else. Oh, that's a good rhyme.
Yeah, it rhymed shotgun with gun, dude. I don't know what you're getting at here. They're different words.
So do you need an actual listener submission sound or
That's up to you. You're in charge.
I don't have one.
That's
so
why I'm not even looking for one. That was a perfect one.
I thought it was great.
That was an alley-oop of a Circle Jerdge with the listener submitted sound.
That's the second time I've rapped on the podcast.
I
Notably
forgot about-
without a black accent either time. Huh, Glee.
Crazy that you could do that.
Take notes. Brian Murphy. What's his name? Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, I think so. Ryan something.
I mean, that was a powerful song, and I will hold space for it, Josh.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
The fuck is happening there?
No way, right?
Whoa.
You don't know the
Do
meme?
not buy at all. She hates musical theater, though.
I do. This is a conundrum.
Are you talking about
Ariana Grande and Wicked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and
Holding
that
space for
awkward
it?
ass interview.
Yes.
And I didn't know people were doing that. And then she holds her hand, but she just
Just
holds
grabbed
her.
one finger. It's very awkward.
Yes. Okay. I do know what you're talking about now.
I've heard good things about the musical.
I have too.
Fuck musicals. Anyways.
I kind of want to see it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's crazy because the
the
story.
two of you can go together then.
Well, I'm going with Aurora and potentially Aurora's parents.
That sounds like.
You could be a fifth wheel.
I was gonna say that sounds like a perfect opportunity for me to go.
The original musical of Wicked is meant to be like, sort of like it's just straight up like a not so thinly veiled like allegory for like racism.
Oh,
Being that, you know,
Green
one
skin.
of them has green skin, one of them has white skin. But it's just like it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, it's like this progressive, like, you know, great message in theater. And you would think theater would in general have like progressive messaging considering like how many queer people are in the space. But there's a character in Wicked who is in a wheelchair, but like historically, I guess, on the stage has never been like portrayed by somebody who like has what's it? It's ambulatory. What's the word I'm looking for? There's nobody who's ever used or played the character on stage that ever like actually uses a wheelchair, which is like what the fuck. So they actually cast somebody in the movie who uses a wheelchair.
interesting.
But it's just like such a weird. It's like, and then like it's the same thing where it's like I don't know how many actors, but like the original cast has like a white lady playing Elphaba. But it's like, I feel like if you're writing a fucking movie about or a play about fucking racism,
Yeah, maybe
I don't know. It's just like so
somebody
strange.
that's experienced
Yeah,
true racism.
it's like so strange. But they obviously got the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem to play, so that's probably why they did it.
Whoa, they got her back. The wickedly talented.
No, that's why in the original musical,
Oh, okay.
that's who played it. It was Kristen Chenoweth was Glenda. Glenda? I guess-
Glinda.
Glinda.
Have you seen? Since Wicked came out,
You're making a reference to John Travolta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure because
Yeah.
I don't know if did
Idina
you
Menzel.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that?
yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
The wickedly talented.
Have you guys been? It must be because musical theater's in the air. Have you guys been getting TikToks about Starlight Express?
Nope.
No.
It's Starlight Express. It's by the same guy that made Cats, I guess, and it's about.
Okay. That guy hasn't made a hit in a while.
Oh, this is definitely like a drug fever dream of a play.
Okay.
I guess it's about trains and the whole cast roller skates the whole time.
Okay. That could be fun.
And I keep getting TikToks about it, and now I'm like kind of interested in it. It's huge in Germany. It might be originally made in Germany.
Well, I don't know. If it's anything as good as Bad Cinderella, just count me in.
What the hell is that?
Ashley Norton Bad Cinderella video. Watch it, folks.
Okay. Can we stop talking about musicals now so I can read this listener
Oh
submission?
my goodness. Yes.
I have such an embarrassing story about myself.
Very musical theater, the way you opened that up. I thought you were about to break into a number.
Do a monologue.
It's crazy what I've got prepared then. Nothing. If you read this, you can say my name, Harper. It's not very long, so I don't know how useful it will be, but I need to get this off my chest. Today, I fucked up bad.
No, Harper, no.
Not bad.
I went to work today and decided to buy some chocolate bite-sized muffins on break. I went through my coworker Jay's line the entire time, referring to them as chocolate muffs.
Oh.
I gave Jay a bag and our coworker Elle a bag, casually calling them chocolate muffs. A manager, A, walks up and hears me say, I thought they were chocolate muffs. They're brownies. Jay laughs and tells me I need to learn how to read. A, however, goes, ew, don't say that. A is a quirky woman and has random peeves. In my mind, this was one of them.
I've never heard quirky sound like a slur.
Quirky and also like they're not pet peeves. She just has peeves.
She has random peeves.
I stared at her and said, "What, you don't like chocolate muffs?" And she just stares at me in what I later recognize as horror and realization that I'm oblivious to my mistake. Later, I get home and tell my mother about the silly story of accidentally buying brownies instead of chocolate muffs. My beloved mother...
She realized at this point that, oopsies, I shouldn't have said muffs. She proceeds to call it muffs the rest of the night?
Yep.
Okay. Mistake, Harper.
My beloved mother sat deadpan staring at me as I repeated the words chocolate muff over and over until I mentioned A and her odd reaction, at which point my mom goes, "Do you not know what muff means?" And I said, "No, I thought I made it up." She proceeds to laugh at me as she tells me, "How do you not know a muff is a slang term for a vagina?"
Yeah.
I have since apologized to my manager. Luckily, she thinks it's incredibly funny. Moral of the story is do not make up slang because it might actually be really inappropriate slang. Anywho, whoop-de-woo, this, that, and the turd. I'm going to bury myself in a hole now. I'm mortified.
So was it slang for muffin? Is that...
That's what she was going with.
That's
She
the
thought she was
implication?
buying chocolate muffins.
She's doing a Mimi such.
And here's the thing.
It's definitely a Mimi.
Oh, yeah, Mimi and yeah, for sure.
Blomo.
Blomo, thank you.
But like, they say don't come up with slang. This is perfect slang.
Yeah.
I'm never going to refer to a muffin as anything other than a muff.
For sure.
Yeah. Why is it called a muffin?
Especially
When you put it in your mouth.
I do feel like, muffins, I feel like they've really increased the size of muffins in the last decade.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all muff.
But I feel like when you get a little muffin, that's like 100% a muff. And then if you split a muffin in half, you do have a muff, and like nobody wants the end.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the muff.
Yeah. The muff and top.
Yeah.
It's not a muffin top. It's muff and top.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand where you're coming from. I'm never going to call muffins anything like a blueberry muff.
Oh yeah.
I normally used to call them blubbery muffs. Well, blubbery muffins, because I think it's an iCarly joke. It was they would say blubbery instead of blueberry.
That
So
feels very iCarly.
So I'm just going to start calling them blubbery muffs.
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's perfect. I think this is a great bit. I think you started a great bit.
Well, hey man, Harper.
I think you started a great bit.
Hey, next time you need someone to help eat your muff, let me know. I love muffs.
Muffs
I love
are great.
eating Muffs.
We do
a
have
nice
a lot of
moist
muffs in our
muff.
house.
Do you really?
Lots of blubbery muffs.
Holson loves eating muff.
Okay. What flavor? What kind of muff we working with?
Blubbery.
Blubbery.
Blubbery muffs hit so hard.
Can I say I don't really fuck with chocolate chip muffs?
Neither do I. I don't like the melted chip
Yeah.
in my muff. But a nice blubbery muff, and honestly, some people butter on their muff. I don't butter my muff.
I don't need butter on my muff.
I am not Catty Heron.
I'm really not a muff fan. Muffins in general.
Yeah. For a wrong reason.
Or wrong reason.
For a weird wrong reason, we'll say.
It's a peeve.
It's a peeve. It's definitely a quirky peeve of yours.
Yes.
Explain.
I just feel like when you go to bite into a muffin, my brain thinks that it's going to be cake because it looks like a cupcake without frosting.
Yeah.
And then it's bread.
Yeah.
Do you feel when you look...
Cake is bread.
And it's the same way I feel about bagels. I think I'm about to bite into a delicious donut, and then it's bread.
So you don't like bagels?
No.
That's wild. Do you like cream cheese?
No.
Why? Because you think it's calm? What's frosting? Maybe I suppose.
No,
better?
Judgies is a weird flavor.
No.
By itself, cream cheese is gross, but when it's mixed in other things, I'm fine.
Have you ever had like a savory cream cheese, like a vegetable cream cheese?
There's a local bakery that has delicious vegetable cream cheese.
Is this why
bread.
you hate New York?
Yeah.
You're so anti the bagel industry in New York?
Yeah.
Right. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay. You do hate New York.
I don't
You do hate
hate
New
New York. I
You
just
said
have
you
no.
hate New York, you hate the pizza, you hate the subway, you hate the buildings, you hate the company.
No, none of that. I just don't have any desire to go back to that big of a city.
Interesting. Because the bagels.
Mostly the
Precisely.
It's weird that you haven't been back there since, I don't know, we'll say 2001.
bagels.
It's weird that you...
I can't go back. I'm not allowed.
Right. You're on the no-fly list for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
there's a reason.
I got another
We
story.
don't have enough time on this.
Unfortunately. Maybe next time.
Can I read this story?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
do.
saying I was like done. We
No,
don't
I'm
have
time
time.
for the 9/11 story. Oh,
I mean,
the bagel
you
story.
said you weren't going to talk about it, Joshua.
No.
You remember that time you got to meet Steve Buscemi?
This says, "Hey, Erica, you can say my name. Please say my name. This is from Sky. I found one I know will get you heated. Love you guys and the pod. Unfortunately, Josh is my favorite judgy.
Wow.
But you are so close right behind him.
Wow.
What the fuck? This is the first time
Mama,
I'm ever pissed.
There's an Erica behind you.
And I'm whispering in your ear.
Okay.
Hope you and the family are all doing great despite Trump and global warming. We're not, actually. And by we, I mostly mean me.
Almost independent. I mean, like, even if those two things weren't happening, you also wouldn't be doing great.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Those
that
definitely play a factor.
those are like the background.
Those are the muff to your top.
Yeah. Those are like the crumbles on top of the muff.
the streusel, if you would.
Yeah.
Is that what that's on top of the muffs? Is streusel?
And the ones that we bought, that they're blueberry streusel muffins.
You're streused out.
Yeah, I'm very
about it.
streused
You're
out.
streused
For real.
out about it.
For real, for real. This is from True Off My Chest, r/ for those that are new.
Heavily implied. Very heavily implied.
The title is, since we are doing titles this episode, My Sister Disowned Me Because My Husband Said, Your Body, My Choice to her during a heated argument.
This certainly will piss Erica right the flip off.
It's
you-
sure going
And
to.
you took your husband's side on this. That's pretty wild.
That's probably where the disownership comes
Turn
in.
around. Okay. My husband, 36 male, and I, 34 female, have been married
Piece
for
of shit already.
8 years. My sister, 31 female, has been my best friend for my entire life. We are very close. Last night, we went to my sister's house for a few drinks and snacks, something we do often. We were all so drunk, so we inevitably started talking politics. My sister freaked out when she realized my husband and I voted for Trump
Oh my God.
because she assumed we would vote for Kamala. Things got heated, and my husband ended up saying, "Your body, my choice,"
That's disgusting.
to her as a joke.
It's not, I mean, the implication behind that is so gross.
I had seen the joke circulating online, so I knew what he was referencing and laughed. My husband and I are both pro-choice, and it was just a joke.
I don't know. That's a pretty hard joke to sell.
It's no, we're pro-choice, just not your choice specifically.
My
We
sis-
want the option if we need it, but we don't want everybody to have the option.
My sister started screaming at us to leave after he said it. I tried calming her down by saying he was just joking, but she wouldn't listen. She asked me if I was okay with what he said, and I said yes because he was only joking. He has dark humor, so he often says shocking things for laughs.
Yes.
She ended up physically pushing us out of her house and slammed the door in our faces. We called an Uber, and by the time we were home, I had received a long text from my sister. She said she never wants to see me or my husband again because of the joke that he made. I was devastated because she's my sister, who I love more than anything. I tried telling her that politics is not worth destroying our relationship. I told her I'd never let anyone hurt her again. Oh, I'm sorry. I would never let anyone hurt her, and it was just a stupid joke that was circulating online. She said she will never feel safe in my husband's presence ever again, and that she will never see me the same. This is the first time my husband has ever said a joke like that to her, so she has no reason to feel unsafe around him. I think
we heard what he said.
I think she misunderstood the joke and thought he was threatening violence when he was just making an abortion joke.
No. What do we think? What do you think forcibly putting a woman through an abortion that she is does not capable or wanting to go through is? That's violence.
Mm-hmm.
That is violence. The most charitable read is that he's saying, "I'm choosing that you can't get an abortion." The more potential read is that he was joking about sexually assaulting her.
Yep. That's how I would have taken it as well.
The most charitable read is that you're forcing her to have go through a pregnancy that she may or may not be able to carry to term healthily.
Yeah.
Or that she doesn't want.
Right. like it's all violent. There's no spectrum of that joke that's not haha. I get to choose to do violence to you, and you can't do anything about it.
It's very cool that neo-Nazi Nick Fuentes made such a good joke that we're bringing it up over drinks.
I mean, I don't support that guy, but he's got jokes.
He's a goofball.
Said the worst guy you know.
And then she says, I understand the joke was inappropriate, misogynistic, and disrespectful, but she is my sister. Both of our parents are dead, so she's the only family that I have left. I don't know what to do because we already apologized. She was also the one who started it when she started freaking out about us voting for Trump. She knows we are small business owners, so I thought she'd understand why we voted for Trump. He's not going to help you with that.
Kamala wanted to give you a tax credit. Like, what are we doing?
No, the tariffs are going to be great for me. The tariffs are going to be great for us.
Oh, my God.
I get to raise my prices on everybody. They're going to be awesome for me.
What did you think that the Democratic Party is going to do to your small businesses?
We are just trying to make ends meet.
I'm making $1 million a year. They're going to charge me 99% in taxes.
Yeah, I wish. I fucking wish.
We are just trying to make ends meet. We are not racist or sexist or any of those things that she was spewing at us. How do I get through to her that she's overreacting? We have no other family, just us. I know she'll regret ruining our relationship because of a stupid joke. Everyone was drunk, tensions were high, but we love each other. Had to add throwaway account for privacy.
Yeah. I love the conservative, like, screeching about, like, like saying just vile things, as being like, oh, it's just politics. You can't kick me away because of politics. Like, fucking stand on your goddamn laurels. If you're gonna be a piece of shit, be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Don't try to fucking one foot in both aisles here. It's so lame.
I just don't understand how you can learn about something like the Holocaust in school and then not see the parallels to what's happening today.
Oh, yeah, no.
But they have socialists in their name.
I mean, if you have but you have like liberal media. Oh, this is, boy, Erica.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. We have liberal media heads literally saying, like, well, you can't call Trump a Nazi. It's like,
yes, you can.
It's like, bro, he's going down the same path. It's like, what are we doing?
Do we just need to come up with a new term for Nazi that means the same thing, but it's a new term?
They'll just fucking, you can't call him fascist. You can't call it, like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I don't think the Democratic Party was going to be, like, the savior of the world.
No, absolutely not.
To be, like, it's just crazy. It's just so crazy, the world that we're in. We got to stop before I get too political.
Right. No, that's my title.
It's just part of the way it's manufactured consent. It's painting this stuff as normal, that way we don't freak out as much.
Yeah.
And people are have been buying it hook, line, and sinker. There are people who actively won't they'll push back to be like, well, Israel isn't doing a genocide, because if they wanted to, they'd all be dead by now. And it's like, cool, you're gonna let them all die and then you'll call it a genocide? Like, yeah, wouldn't you have wanted to stop Hitler after the first couple 100,000? Maybe not get to 13 million people killed directly? Like, that's crazy. Like, yeah. We don't have to hit Hitler numbers before we fucking call somebody Hitler.
Yeah.
It's wild. Very insane.
Yeah. Sorry to bring us down, but
yeah, really,
that really did piss
sandwich
me off.
With a wrap in the middle. It's a real sandwich of an episode.
You hit him with the Crunchwrap Supreme.
You really did. You thought outside the bun for this one. You certainly did.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Okay.
Holy shit.
You are a musical head.
Name your favorite 3 numbers right now.
1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Do you know what?
Ooh, I take it back. I actually really like the number 7 and 22.
Okay. I was about to call you basic, but 22 is a pretty good pick. That's the
Why 22? Favorite gun?
No.
Okay.
Our anniversary is on the 22nd.
Oh, yeah.
Olsen's due date was on the 22nd. He was born in 2022.
She's kind of like Jim Carrey in the movie 23, but with 22.
But 22, yeah.
The prequel.
And you're 22.
That would be terrible for me. That would be terrible. I would be a villain. I'd be an absolute villain.
You guys have been dating for 14 years and she's 22.
15.
15.
Coming up on 15.
Okay, so 14.
Damn.
14 and 3/4, Joshua.
Okay, well, I'm 5'9".
Oh,
and
we
a
have
half,
a week and a we're a week and a half away from 15 years, you piece of shit.
Well, then what are numbers? Like, may as well say 20. Because you're
Why are you
3/4 of the
asking
way
me
to
what
20.
numbers are, boy? You know I am fucking stupid at math.
We're talking about musical
Do
numbers.
you know what?
I know you were.
Do you know what musical movie that was from that you referenced?
Yes.
Okay.
It was from Moana.
Okay. Are you watching the live action version?
I haven't.
Are you going to? It's not out yet.
I haven't watched any live action.
Have you
remake.
seen?
I refuse
Have you
to
seen
watch 'em.
Moana?
Yeah, I've seen Moana.
This is a pretty good movie.
It's decent.
I like Moana the movie. I refuse. I haven't seen any of the live action Disney either.
I
I
haven't
refuse
either.
to watch them. They all seem
Although,
they seem like all terrible cash grabs. If I'm being,
I mean, yeah.
frank.
yes. Have you seen How to Train Your Dragon?
No, I haven't. But I
You
know-
haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon?
No.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Mostly because there's no fucking music in it. But
I just find the direction of it to be a little toothless. Can I say that?
how dare you? They're making a live action.
Yeah.
And it looks phenomenal.
I saw the one like side by side when he meets Toothless side by side. Yeah.
And it looks really fucking
Yeah.
good.
That's definitely one of those movies that has like a huge fan base.
Yeah. How to
Like-
Train Your Dragon is very, very good.
Yeah. We were probably just like a little bit too old for me to be interested in it. Like we probably missed it by like 2 years for me to care about it. If I was 2 years younger, I would have watched it for sure.
And if you were 2 years older, would it swing back around? Are we just in that sandwich? That crunch wrap?
What's up with you? What's up with thinking about outside the bun?
You guys brought it up. I'm just trying to.
I do
Bring
think
the
there is
bit
a thing
back.
here where like probably like 15 to 16, you are like, I can't watch little kid movies anymore.
Well-
and then you hit 18, you're like, why am I limiting myself to what I can watch?
It's I see what you're saying, but at this time I would have been watching like Hannah Montana forever.
Okay.
I just was on my live action. I was like
Okay.
cartoon kid,
Out.
live action, and then 2 years later I was watching Adventure Time.
Okay.
Dude,
So, yeah.
Adventure Time's so good.
Yeah, it's Tops
we-
Blueby.
Tops Blue.
Are you just now watching it again?
No.
No,
I've never heard you reference Adventure Time ever.
I just
He does.
I don't know.
I heard you say Tops Blueby earlier,
No,
and
no,
I
no,
almost.
understand. I just haven't heard anything that's Tops Blueby of late, and so whatever I said it was.
The world hasn't been very Tops
Tops
Blueby
Blueby.
in the last
It's-
That's
8 years,
for
arguably.
sure.
Been down ready.
Hasn't been very mathematical either.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Adventure Time's pretty good. I'll say it. I'll
Dude,
go out
Adventure
on a
Time
limb.
is
That's
so
brave.
good. Have you watched any of the
The new ones on Max.
Yes.
Yes,
They're fantastic.
I'm pretty sure I gave you guys my HBO login to watch
You
it.
sure did.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Name
I
your
think.
favorite Adventure Time character.
James Baxter.
Mine's the Snow Golem.
The Snow Golem.
Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty good.
He's the main character of the episode.
It's him in like a little Firefox.
Oh man, it's almost there. Mozilla?
That might have been its name.
No. That's my favorite Adventure Time episode. It's so cute.
I mean, I do fear I really give off Jake the dog vibes.
Ah, I see. You think you're a Joe DiMaggio type?
No, but I do think I'm a Jake the dog type. I don't think I have the voice, but I think
or the stretchiness.
the hell I'm very flexible. That's
I know, but
fucked
you
up.
can't stretch into any shape.
Well, no, but I think a lot of the vibes
Somebody-
of Jake I give off.
Somebody draw us with Erica being Princess Bubblegum, Christian being
No, I'm more of a Marceline.
you, Erica.
Flame Princess hat.
Flame Princess is correct. you are not a Marceline. I'm
You're not a
sorry.
I
Marceline.
know. I want to be a Marceline. I am more of a Princess Bubblegum.
I guess you're Marceline in the sense of like dad issues,
sure.
I can
but
see that.
definitely more of a Flame Princess vibe. But in any pairing, you would have to be Christian would have to be Finn,
Just for
like canonical sense. So
Well,
or at
they-
least I couldn't be Finn.
you could be Finn. It could just be a will they won't they. It's
You don't.
fantasy.
You don't want to be my lover, Joshua.
I
just
need-
have Aurora be the Woods Witch. She's only in a couple episodes, but all the fanfickers know that her and Finn really should have been together.
Yeah, I'm one of two people. I'm Slime Princess
Okay.
Mm,
or I'm Party Bear.
Yeah.
okay.
Party Pete.
Do we fear
Gotta open
that?
up that third eye.
Do we fear that I could be Lumpy Space Princess?
No, I don't think you're LSP.
I fear you guys both have social anxiety and fear that people find you annoying. I feel like we're getting into a little
I don't think
Rorschach.
LSP is annoying.
Thank God.
I used to be able to do a pretty good LSP. I don't know if I can right now. I'd be embarrassed to try it out.
Touch on my balls.
what the? I just feel like you both. I mean, you guys don't think LSP is annoying at all. Like that's her whole thing is that she's a very abrasive character.
Maybe it's because we see ourselves in her.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to get at here. Is I think you're kind of having a Rorschach test.
Yeah.
going on right now.
I'll address that with my therapist later.
Do you think I'm Lumpy Space Princess?
You've seen Adventure Time, right?
The one, let me tell you a character that's probably the tiny Tina of the show. All my Borderlands heads will get that reference.
I get that reference.
You're a Borderlands head. And she's a character that when I was a kid I thought was cool, but now as an adult I'm like, boy, is she cringe. Is the fucking elephant.
Tree Trunks?
Tree Trunks.
I never fucked with Tree Trunks.
It's like...
Christian has canonically hated Tree Trunks since day one.
You've been vindicated, brother.
I've never liked Tree Trunks.
Leave your favorite Adventure Time character down in the comments below. Erica, where else can they find us?
On the internet, wherever you are, we're probably there too, and our handle is @JudgiesPod. That's JUDGIES pod.
And we have a whole nother hour of great listener submitted stories over on patreon.com/judgiespod. Thank you.
Love you all.
This is a blast.
Yeah.
To the past.
Wow.
I kissed on Christian's beat.
Thank you.
That's my husband.
We kind of have a will they won't they.
I kissed on Christian's beat is the title of my memoir. He marched to the beat of his own drum.
The Judgies love you.
Bye.